Okay, there we go. Saturday night hangout and read houses. Let's see who the first person is gonna be. Oh, I found someone.
Who up?
Someone going. I wish I really could tell you who's watching. I know who's watching. What?
What's up, everyone? Just give me a couple minutes. Trying to get some stuff together. What's up, James? What's up, Nick? Hey, Jess. Nice. I'll make sure to watch, James. Just if you can, just shoot me a reminder. My brain slips all the time. I'm really excited to see what this Orthognathodon aerotibialis looks like. I have not seen it since I've gotten this thing. The guy didn't even know how big it was. He said it was probably like ½ inch, but he said he was just guessing because he never saw it either. But he had it in this glass jar, and I figured I'd keep it in there for a little bit and just let it go since it was already established in there. But lately there's just specks of mold and stuff growing. I really don't like it. There's not enough ventilation, and I've had it for, I don't know, say 8 months now, and it's had to have grown a little bit in there, so I want to move it into this enclosure, and we'll see how this goes, because trying to get them out of this jar into that is probably going to be a little fun.
Isn't that James?
Yes.
Okay. James said, awesome, I set a reminder on YouTube. It's at 7:30 p.m. I can't wait to see what that looks like either.
How do you set a reminder, James? See, I'm so, like, technology stupid. Like, I don't even know how it works. I just found out how to make a little post on YouTube. I didn't know you could create, like, a status. I just found that out, like, a month ago, if that. But I want to rehouse this, because there's not many people I know that keep this species. And to Google them, and the few people I know that do have them, they really look awesome. And so I'm really excited to see what this thing looks like. I'm assuming it's alive. You know, I drop food in there and it disappears. So, and it's got tunnels everywhere. If you look at it, it's got tunnels throughout the whole thing. I don't know if it shows up for you guys, but there's literally tunnels everywhere throughout this whole thing. And there's this piece of cork bark in there, but I want to get it out of there and transfer it into this. So I'm going to pack some topsoil in there, and then put some cocoa fiber in there, a little bit of moss, and put that piece of cork bark in here.
Matt said, how's it going, man?
What's up, Matt?
Jeez. It's good how I know you guys' names, so.
Alright, so let's get some of this topsoil. Get everything set up. Cocoa fiber, moss, topsoil.
Outside, does anybody know where Cryopus lived or getting lit from? Or, I don't know.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they're from Thailand. I could be wrong. It's happened plenty of times before. Man, I really don't want to pack this down with my hands because I don't feel like getting my hands all dirty.
Good.
This stuff sticks.
Matt said, okay, thank you. It was Thailand, but your stream started right when I was gonna Google it.
Well, this species is also from Thailand. This Aerotibialis.
I wonder what cat is.
Alright, put a little more. Pack this a little bit down.
So is the A in Thailand silent? Or the T in the I?
What?
No. It's just an A that's silent in Thailand, right?
Yeah. Looks like a hard I.
I mean, Thailand, not Thailand.
Dude, what?
I don't know.
Mm. Nothing packs like your fingers.
Oh, you put your fingers in already? Put your fingers in?
Yep.
Why?
Because it doesn't do what I want it to. Any other way.
I'll be back.
Okay. Add a little bit of this moss in here. I got some pieces of cork bark around here somewhere. Thought I did. I don't have any pieces cut up. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna do some rehousings. I got 4 to do altogether so far. I gotta do this Aratibialis. That's gonna be the most stressful one because I don't even know what it looks like or how big it is, or I've literally never seen it since I've gotten it. It stayed in this jar. I think I saw a leg one time. The guy could have sold me an empty jar. Who knows? But yeah, so that one's gonna be fun. Because I don't know how big it is or anything. Hopefully it doesn't give me a hard time. Hey, you get people who rev their cars like assholes outside your house too? I guess some people think it's a drag strip out front. Alright, so I need to find a piece of cork bark.
Red.
What?
Guess what?
Chicken butt.
No. Starting tomorrow, I officially have 5 days until my birthday. So far, right now, if you count today, I basically have 6 days until my birthday.
And then you're going to be like 27.
No, I'm being 13.
27.
Thank you very much.
What? swear I already had some pieces cut up. Oh well, I don't, so I guess we're just gonna have to make do. Put some water in the water bowl. And then I want to make like a starter burrow. Because if you give them a starter burrow, they'll usually run for it. So that way they got somewhere to hide. So maybe just do that for him. And then, like I said, we don't know what he looks like or whatnot. So I can empty the other substrate.
Have fun.
What?
What?
Well, if he tries to dart, I'm just going to throw him on you.
Okay.
Alright. So I need a catch cup, just in case he wants to try to be ballsy and make a run for it. No, I want to do
I want to blame him. He's been in there for a while.
this over here.
He looks really big.
I mean, it looks really big. How can you tell how big he looks? I ain't never seen it.
You can just tell. Like his legs are like cramped up in there and everything. Like
He might be a tiny little sling.
not even a sling, but okay. Make sure you get your camera ready, just in case.
I need a catch cup ready just in case. Alright, so we're going to open it up. So I'm trying to do this to where you guys can see as well. Maybe if I move this over here. No.
Everything's up in a moment, and then
Put that here and put this here. Alright,
yeah,
so
she's having some difficulty times.
well, that's the only reason I don't like this jar really, because
Tiny.
tiny,
Where is he?
probably all the way at the bottom.
Oh, then I don't know. That side in particular, I'm outside doing burnouts and driving. I'll be right back, recording a drunk driver. Okay, have fun. Do what you gotta do.
Alright, so we'll put that cork bark that was in there.
Dang, you dumped all the water out.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah, right. Always add more.
Always gotta make sure your town or city, wherever, oh my god, I can't speak.
Alright, so
Wherever you might live, you gotta make sure it's safe for your kids. I don't know. My mom just yells at people. Yeah, I don't know what I was looking at. Maybe it was like something really, really big. And it looked like the spider.
this thing's packed with like nothing but moss. This thing might come darting out at one point. Who knows? Really? No? I just really hope there's a spider in here. It'd be terrible if I was just feeding a jar all this time.
You might want to move your face.
Nah. Let's get rid of all the loose stuff.
You definitely see the tunnels.
Yeah, but the problem is, I see no tarantula.
Just keep going. You never know.
I see a tarantula at the bottom.
Hope and pray that
He's at
it's
the
alive.
very, very, very bottom.
What is it?
Let me get this excess stuff out. You have to look over here above the light.
WTH. I already know what that means, but I see a leg.
Yep. So he's all the way at the bottom.
How do you know it's a boy?
Well, I don't know if it's a boy.
Exactly, so you can't say he or she.
It's 2019. Gender people.
They stop assuming genders, so. You can't assume genders when you don't know the gender. Oh, let me check. Oh. It's another tarantula that he hasn't seen in a while. And it's at the very, very bottom.
This is an Orthodoctonus aerotibialis. And like I was telling everybody, I haven't seen this tarantula ever. Let's see.
You probably see
there.
like a little leg, like right in that hole. Whatever one it is, I don't know. Anyways.
So he's in a packed part of the substrate. So I'm just slowly trying to get all the excess stuff out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and
You see him?
yeah, he's still tiny.
You're like shaking.
Huh?
You're like shaking.
No, I don't want to squish him.
There he is.
And there he is. I wasn't expecting him to drop out.
He's tiny.
That's what I said. He's tiny.
You're not alive.
Huh?
You're not alive. Yep. Whoa.
These are, in case you've never seen them, they are pretty awesome.
Oh, so it's just like this one, right?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can.
Yeah, I think it's him.
But when they're adults, they're called I think the common name's the gold fringe or something. I think that's what it is. I think their name actually translates to gold fringe.
James said his thumbs up, and then he said gorgeous. Matt missed the scientific name.
Orthodoctonus aerotibialis.
Arcanalic.
Yeah, it's one of the more difficult ones. These are pretty cool for the enclosures. Where'd I get these? These were Walmart. I think they were like $1.79.
Robert
Let me go down.
said, I love those for enclosures.
Oh, down.
Yep.
Threat pose. Look at the little threat pose.
Whoa, it's a third pose. He's gonna bite you.
He's trying. All right, so we'll give him some water.
Who's Robert?
Fill up that water bowl.
He says I have 6 of them.
You have 6 of these? Lucky.
What do you have, one?
I have 1. I wish I had 6. see if it wants some food. Try crickets in any of these foods.
Yeah, there's one in here. Did you get one in there? Matt said if you have a Dollar Tree near you, then have some awesome near you. They have some awesome enclosures lately too. Some completely clear art with a lid for $1. Well,
Yeah, the Dollar Tree, they got all kinds of stuff. I like to go there sometimes, walk around, see what the new stuff they got.
Robert said yes. We started with one Avicularia.
Avicularia.
So AA in December. Now they have 10 T's.
Nice.
Nope, he's not hungry.
Nope, but we'll leave it in there. But just look at the leg patterns. I love these guys. I wish I had more. And I can't wait for it to grow. It's definitely bigger than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so we're going to put this one in here. We are going to make a label for it. You want to make a label?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you can make the label.
Wait, I have to undo this one. Who was this for?
The one we just did.
No, the other one. There was a name in here for you.
I don't know. What name was it?
Started with a B. Brachypelma? I don't know.
Brachypelma?
Do you have a vent? Do you vent the lid? We do.
No, I don't vent the lid. I just make sure there's ventilation around the sides. Cross ventilation is always better.
Yeah.
On some of the enclosures, I'll put vents in the top, but stuff that you want to be a little more humid. If you vent the top, a lot of the times it lets a lot of humidity out. So I like to do the cross ventilation. I'll drill holes all around the enclosure, so that way they have that.
I do it half the times.
You did do a lot.
I did. Is that enough? Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the cross ventilation around the sides is plenty enough.
And that's,
Alright, so this is what you're going to type out right here. Orthognathnus aerotibialis.
Okay, which one? Male or sling?
You're not going to type the sling or anything, you're going to just type. Oh. Just that word. Orthognathnus aerotibialis.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
so copy that.
O-R-N-I-T.
Alright, so we got that one done. That was a little smoother than I expected too. Watch this Nandu Colorado Velocis give me a run for my money. Also, I don't know if man, my throat. Also, I don't know if I told you guys about my Aphonopelma Chalcodes sac.
Space.
I went and checked on her in between the two words. Yeah, double space. Make sure you spell it right, so double check. I went to go check on her a couple of days after she laid the sac. I wanted to leave her alone, not stress her out at all. And I went to go check on the sac, and she abandoned it, and she made the sac way too thin, so the eggs weren't completely covered, and they started to go bad. So that sac from the Chalcodes was unsuccessful. And then, you know, it sucks because I was really excited about that because not that many people have been able to get sacs from the Aphonopelma Chalcodes, even though they are a more common tarantula. Not many people have been able to get a captive bred sac. So I was kind of excited about that. So now I need to find another mature male Chalcodes and try again with my other female until this female molts. So if anybody knows somebody with a mature male Chalcodes, let me know. I would appreciate that. Oh yeah, Robert, how big is it now?
S.
Yeah, the Chalcodes are all over in Arizona. But if you ever notice, you don't ever see anybody producing sacs from them. I heard a story yesterday.
I don't have
I
one.
was talking to somebody that there's really not many people that have captive bred them successfully. There was a guy who found a wild caught one and said that he produced it, but it's not really the same when their mom's already grabbed it and.
These things do go slow.
Hmm?
These things do go slow.
Mm-hmm. When it's already grabbed and you're not really doing much. Like I did the pairing, the heat up, the cool down. I did all that, so I was kind of excited about that. But have to try again as soon as I get another male. All right, you got that one.
I'm trying to make it straight. Hey, Robert said, I grew up with those in Arizona. Matt said, woohoo, Jamie's, I think. Yeah, Jamie's. Yeah, I don't know. I have to check. Just emailed me back. Robert, I don't have one. Matt, I'm getting a Gravelosa. Grossa.
The Parastola Grossa.
Yeah. Robert said I want one.
Nice. What'd you wind up finding the price for one?
Robert said I used to save them every October from people running them over.
Yeah, October's breeding time. All the males come out. They start crossing the roads like crazy.
And then Robert said it was a shame.
Alright, so we got
Who's
this.
next?
There's Nandu Colorado Velocis is next. We'll drill some holes.
Now?
Hmm?
Yep.
I'd actually like to go down in October and catch some of them males.
How do you spell that?
So what?
The one that we're about to do.
Nandu Colorado Velocis?
Nanny?
No, not Nanny.
Oh.
Nandu.
Oh.
N-H-A.
N-A.
N-H-A.
N-H-A.
N-D-U.
N-E-U.
No.
Oh, jeez. Hold on, Robert said I love these live chats. It allows us to ask you questions directly.
Yeah, I actually like them better too. Like I mentioned a couple times in the last couple live chats that I wasn't really sure if I was going to like these or not.
First one?
No, that's a Carapolensis. Second one's a Nandu chromatus. Right here, the third one. Nandu Colorado Velocis. I wasn't sure.
I have relatives. Oh, really?
But I wasn't sure if I was going to like these live chats or not. But it's more fun for me when I get to actually talk to you guys and interact with you versus just sitting here recording it and then doing it all by myself in my lonesome.
Yeah.
So this is actually pretty cool. I like.
Said want 5 more. I'm selling mine.
Selling his what?
I don't know. And then Robert said I live in Arizona, so I could go back anytime. And then Robert said, yeah, that's awesome. Delete. N-H-A-N-D-U. Double space. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Color. I'm kind of mad my mom.
Justin, what is it that you're selling?
Too much G Grossa for me. She paid $95 for it. But I've been looking for one since into the hobby. My relatives living in.
Yeah, my buddy Joe has one, Matt, and I was supposed to go to Hamburg today, but that didn't happen. Some things happened and changed that course, so I didn't get to go. But he had one on his list that he sent me. He always sends me his list right before the shows, so I know what's in there. So I was going to talk to him while I was there and see how much he wanted for it, because he didn't give me a price on it.
Robert said, I'm in Spokane Valley, Washington, in Arizona, clearly.
Do what?
Huh?
Washington and Arizona, two different places.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He said he used to live in Arizona.
Well, it says my relatives live in Arizona.
But yeah, it really sucked because I was really looking forward to that Calcody sack. But like I said, don't give up. Just keep trying. Hopefully you get better on the next one.
Just keep spinning.
That's the second time I've had a female with her first sack not make netting thick enough. I had the same problem with my Dolichothelys diamantinensis. Her first sack, I only have the one survivor from her sack because she made it same situation, too thin, and it just didn't work out. So that kind of sucked.
Matt said, if you get it or end up getting one, let me know. I got the only one Jimmy's had in stock.
Yeah, I'll let you know, Matt. I probably won't see him again till the expo next month. We have one every month. There's one that's like an hour and a half away, and then there's one that's like 2.5 hours away. So we have it every month. One's a little bit bigger than the other, but my buddy Joe's at all of them, so I'll definitely keep an eye out for you.
Matt said, yeah, I saw that sack on Facebook. It was sad, man.
Yeah, that definitely
How
sucked, man.
long did you wait before she threw it out?
From the time she laid it and took it initially, it was like 5 days before she gave it up. She might have gave it up a little bit sooner, but I let her go for 5 days before I checked on her because I just wanted to cover her up and leave her so she didn't get stressed out.
Should I print this? I don't know.
You can print it.
Robert said, I may be going back to Arizona for a visit this coming fall. Dang, fall's not even here yet. We gotta get through spring and summer.
Yeah, if you can go
get
back,
a
man.
couple of nails, will you take them?
Definitely.
And then Matt said, oh yeah, that was super quick. Nothing you could have done.
All right, go do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert, definitely. If you can do that, that'd be awesome. Because most of them, they're just going to get killed and ran over and squished anyway. Yeah, I was hoping I could try. I tried to open the sack to see if there's any good ones. I was going to make a quick temporary mechanical mom and see if I could save them, but they were just gone that quick. They were done. And that little sack was the smelliest thing ever. Like, it was terrible. I couldn't believe that little thing smelled so bad.
Robert said, okay, I'll send you my email address. I don't even know if you read that anymore. Okay? Okay.
Do what?
Did you not hear me?
No.
Robert said, okay, I'll send you my email address.
Alright, definitely. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. A lot of them are just going to go to waste anyway.
Matt said, how did you keep the mom's enclosure?
For the Calcodys, well, they're typically dry for the most part, but when you're pairing them and you want them to get ready to drop their sack, you got to drop the temperature and you got to wet all their substrate to make it like their winter rainy season, and then you slowly bring your temperatures back up. But
Robert said, there you go.
you can't open it?
No. Oh, it's so small. I need to cut it.
Yeah, grab the scissors. Usually this corner peels back.
That's what I was trying.
Yeah, just get the scissors and cut it. But so her enclosure was a little damp on the one side from that, but that was only on the one side, and she was on the complete opposite. But she just made it too thin. If you saw the picture, you could see the eggs were all sticking out. It was terrible.
There you go. It's really small though.
Yeah, it's alright. Alright, so the next one is going to be the Nandu Colorado Velocis. And
Nandu Colorado
Colorado Velocis.
Colorado
Velocis.
Velocis. Can't say Velocis without sus.
Something wrong with you.
I guess.
Alright, so.
And you can't spell Colorado Velocis without color.
He's already kicking hairs.
And you can't spell it without riot. or ill. I'm so corny. I still don't own any Nandos. Or Nando, can't spell it.
I
How
have.
harsh are the hairs?
See, it's hard to say for me because they really don't affect me much.
Nando?
A lot of people complain about them, say they're pretty bad. But
Robert said, if I go, I'll get you a few males, if possible. After my
Lampropelma,
Yeah, Velasquez.
Velocipes, or
Yeah, that thing. Molted, it doubled in size.
nice. Mine just molted after I rehoused her on that. I don't remember when it was. I don't remember if it was
Last week.
last weekend or the weekend before.
Yeah, it was actually the weekend before.
See how they go straight for that burrow? As long as you give them something like that, they'll go straight for it in most cases. You see how he just dove in for it? Alright, let's see if he wants a cricket. Do we have any more in these tubes?
Yeah, one of them.
On this one?
Yeah, there's only one though. If not, there's two.
Not this one.
No? There was just one in there. Matt said, I haven't gotten any Hernando. I know. Okay. Hernando, Pepis, or Lasso. I can't even say these. They're so hard. Sorry, Possible spelled it all of those wrong. It's okay. No one can ever spell them right or sound them out right. So, because of the hairs.
That's not true. A lot of people do.
I haven't experienced them, but I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, a lot of people complain that they're really bad, especially if you have like an allergic reaction. But like, I have no problems with them.
Highly doubt that.
But then again, I can also roll around in poison ivy and not have it bother me. And I'm an electrician, so I'm constantly dealing with fiberglass and all that stuff. So I could just be more tolerant of it. No, this is a Nandu Colorado Velocis.
Oh, I didn't even see Robert's thing. How tall of an enclosure should I get for it?
For
The aftermath, I guess.
the Lampropelma,
I think. I don't know.
I'll show you the one I did for mine.
Is that a Genicola?
Genicola.
No, it's not.
It's a Nandu Colorado Velocis. They look a lot like them.
That Brazilian
There's a
white
couple different differences
Yeah.
between them. Come on, get that cricket.
Matt said, I deal with a lot of fiberglass at work, and it doesn't bother me, but I still just haven't wanted to risk it yet. But I probably will get one sooner or later. Yeah. Excuse me. I like the white dots on it.
I mean, for that cricket to touch it and for it to bolt out of the enclosure. These Nandus, you know, a lot of people say they grow quick. This one, I've had this since it was like a tiny, tiny, tiny sling. And it's still taking forever to grow. My Chromatus grew pretty quick.
Let's get out.
Yeah. Alright, so let's just wet this one side down a little bit. Leave him alone. Or her, hopefully. Always hope for females. In most cases. There's a lot of times I wish for males.
Robert said I have a 0.25 weight mean sling. Whoa.
What a lot.
Robert's text. That's too Robert for that.
Quarter-inch weighting. Yeah, my Acanthoscurria geniculata started out
Yeah.
at 1/4 inch and is now. Actually, I'm going to pull her out in a little bit once I'm done with these rehousings and feed her. But she looks like she just molted because when I walked past the enclosure earlier, she definitely seems bigger than she did when I pulled her out a couple weeks ago.
Matt said nice. I have a 5-inch and a 1/8 inch XP. Laughing face.
Alright, zoomed in, that's why.
Ha ha.
Everybody's fitting. Alright, Robert, so this is what I keep my Propelma in.
Oh my god.
And it's plenty big enough. It's a display case from Hobby Lobby. I order the acrylic hinges from Amazon, and then I drill all the cross ventilation on the sides. And I did a video on it, so you can always go back and check that. But just so you can see how I keep mine. As small slings, they'll just burrow in the substrate. So that's mainly what they'll do. She's actually burrowed somewhere behind there.
Matt said.
But as they get older, then they'll start being more of the arboreal type.
Matt said the super tiny one is like literally a speck. And then Matt also said, which display case? Model car?
Yeah, model car. I don't think I have any of the boxes left. But that's not the smallest one. It's like the second smallest one. And then I use the really, really, really big ones for my adult arboreals.
Robert said, okay, didn't we talk about these?
Yeah, you were saying how your wife works at Hobby Lobby. And you were going to see if she could look into them.
Texas, because my wife works at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, we were talking about that last time you were on the live. Yeah, for the arboreal slings and for the adult arboreals, they work out good. I wouldn't put anything like a Poecilotheria ornata or anything in them as adults because they get quite large.
Where's my charger at? I just still have it.
Yeah, it's over there.
I'm not going to phone 50%. Eric said, LOL, so many live chats I forgot we did.
Yeah, right? Lose track of time after a while, man. I think this is my 5th one.
Not that many, though.
Alright, so...
You dropped your lid.
I know.
What are we doing next?
This next one is going to be Brachypelma sabulosum.
A Brachypelma?
Brachypelma sabulosum. Alright, so...
Brachypelma.
Brachypelma. You're never going to use talk to text for that.
Brachypelma. That's what I got out of it.
Pelma.
Brachypelma. And then what? Calcis?
Sabulosum.
I don't know. Robert's leaving. He'll be in touch though.
Alright, man. I'll talk to you later. Definitely. Just email me and let me know. Keep me posted.
Okay, what do you want? Brachypelma, what?
Sabulosum. S-A-B. And then it should just finish it.
S-A-B.
U.
U-L-O-S-U-M.
Find it?
Yeah. Blue. Oh, that's funny. Matt said, mine thinks it can fly. The fan was on low one day, and I opened the enclosure, and it lifted all of its legs like Superman. And then Robert said, we'll do. Do you have the blue one or do you have the black one?
What?
Of this.
What are you talking about?
I don't have a blue one. Just blue one.
No.
Where's the black one?
Alright.
Does anybody else have a Brachiopelma sabulosum? Did I say that right?
Water bowl.
Did I say it right?
I didn't hear what you said. Say it again.
Brachiopelma sabulosum?
Brachypelma, not brachia.
Whatever. It's
Brachiopelma.
still the same thing. Just not saying it the right way. BARCH. Oh, Matt has a 1-inch sling
One of these?
of one of these. Brachiopelma.
Brachypelma.
Whatever.
See? Here's
Say
just
it
one
how I
of
want
those.
to say it. It's still gonna be the same thing basically. When I say it different.
There you go.
Yeah, he does. Of the sabulosum.
Sabulosum.
Yeah, that thing. Brachiopelma sabulosum. Oh, Matt's on. Matt said, "What's up?"
What's up?
The other Matt, not Rachel Matt. And then,
Well, obviously, because other Matt was already on. What's going on, man?
Some print. Ha, funny. Matt said, "I'm Matt too, XDXD. Matt said, "This chat isn't big enough for the two of us." Isn't that what old-fashioned cowboy people do?
Yep.
This town ain't big enough for both of us.
Hey, get back here.
Oh my god, so I got one episode on SpongeBob. I'm Pinhead Larry. So, I don't know. I'm Pinhead Larry. I don't know.
No cricket.
Matt said that's exactly what I was shooting for. Matt said that's a tiny sling.
Yeah, it's about a ½ inch of that. But these seem to grow pretty quick so far.
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
How many of these do I have? I think I got like 5 of these. Come on, make your move. There you go.
Matt said I'll be too much substrate.
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 Too much substrate, Steve. Needs more substrate. Happy dance, happy dance.
Matt, what is that? Oh, this Brachiopelma. Yeah, what he said. I'm fairly new to teas, honestly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Just have some. Hold on, I got this.
Poecilotheria. And each poker piece. The Harpactira poker piece.
A what?
The Harpactira poker piece.
Okay.
The one that all the babies are in there.
How many do you have?
35. Because one's dead.
Oh, is that the one on top?
Yep.
So basically you would have up to 66%, 36.
Harpactira poker peeps. Look at that poker peeps.
Just no, you can't say it.
That's because it's almost Easter and I'm thinking about peeps. The Harpactira poker piece is my favorite tarantula species.
That's what I want in my Easter basket whenever Easter comes around. I just want all peeps. That's all I want. I don't care for clothes or anything. I just want peeps. Peeps are my favorite.
I just want some tarantulas. I want some Harpactira poker peeps.
You already do.
Alright, so
Matt
apparently,
said, "God dang, bro, you're already thinking about peeps." Yeah, because I said something about it like 2 weeks ago.
alright, you print that one out.
Yeah, there.
I'm gonna do one more of these.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I already deleted that one. I gotta do it all over. Ugh. Why, you have two of them?
Yep.
I spotted it right there. Yeah.
I hope so, because if somebody comes in and looks at the collection, they're gonna be like, "What's your Brachypelma sabalamalosum?" Like, oh,
That
you
would
know,
be me.
it's the sabalamalosum. You don't have one of those? You don't have a sabalamalosum in your collection?
No.
You're doing it all wrong.
I'm shaking the table because I'm laughing.
You gotta have a sabalamalosum. Wobbly pobbly. Alright, so that is one more done. This table is running out of space.
Matt said, oh wait, no wait. James said, I wish the price would drop on the H something.
On the H poker piece, it's come down a lot. They really have. When they first, what's probably like 3 to 5 years ago, when they first came out, they were really pricey. So the prices have actually dropped drastically
You can't say anything right now.
since then. Like you see some of the prices of all the more expensive teas now. The H poker piece was one of them. But as more people are producing them in the States, it's going to drive the price down.
Matt said, so anyway, to prevent mushrooms without drying it completely.
Say what?
So anyway,
Where do you say that?
prevent mushrooms without drying it completely.
What species is it for, and how damp is the substrate?
And then he also said, same small town. Really, I just need to hit the lotto.
I think we all need to hit the lottery when it comes to tarantulas.
Nah,
I know I do.
just me for slime. That's it. I'm gonna show you. See this one right? Yeah, really look at it. Fabulous.
You better not say sabalabalosum.
James said, I'm about a 1/3 of the way through school. You're still going to school?
Yeah,
Probably, I don't even know.
a lot of people go to college.
Then I can work and I'll buy 5, lol.
That's the spirit.
And then Matt said, hardly damp and a C. Libdom.
The Ceropagopus lividum.
Yeah. Hi, Sarah.
Sarah. It depends, because the mushrooms, they're not really going to hurt anything, but if they bother you, like they do a lot of people think like the mold and stuff is going to hurt your tarantula. It's honestly not going to hurt the tarantula like everybody thinks it is. So if it's damp enough
Kathy's
or
slapping.
humid enough, you can put some isopods in there.
Not the isopods.
If you just throw some leaf litter and stuff in there and keep the one corner like a little damp, you can throw some isopods in there and under some leaf litter and some some twigs or some cork bark or something. It'll keep the isopods in there, and then they'll eat all that stuff and leftover fecal matter and leftover bugs that your tarantula didn't eat. So I like springtails and isopods in my enclosures. But
Right.
if there's really dry enclosures, you can't put the springtails in. Nothing.
You know what?
What?
Catherine's slacking. You should. I'm gonna yell at her. You know what?
Why?
I'm gonna do that right now. Yell at her.
No, leave her alone.
Huh?
Leave her alone.
Why?
Because
What's she doing?
I already texted her.
She's not feeling well.
Another little guy.
Matt said it's not so much the living mushrooms It's when they die, they become sludge.
Yeah.
And any recommendations on isopods? I already have it has springtails.
I like the dwarf whites and the dwarf purples. They're my favorite.
Sarah said we have isopods in most of our cages.
Yeah, the isopods are great for stuff like that.
Matt said in Florida it's always humid. I know. It's really hard, isn't it? And then he also said in that same text, can't prevent it really. It's okay. Just gotta deal what you gotta deal with, don't you? It's hard though, but that's a spider
Right over here?
on the thing.
No, it's right there. Okay. Trying to hide.
Wait till it bites you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, there it is.
It's a spider. Don't bite me.
Well, might want to move the thing a little bit. Yeah, definitely move it or move back out a little. Should I say it? Good. Wait. No.
It's moving on the screen for everybody else, but it's not moving on mine.
There it is. Okay, good. James said, always humid in Florida, LOL. It's insane. Sun 1. It's insane. Sun 1 movement. Thunderstorms 20 minutes later. Matt said, I'm in I guess, or WL, I don't know. It's just been blizzard after blizzard here, LOL. Where's,
Let me see that.
right there.
Wisconsin? It's one of those states I stay away from.
Sarah said, what kind of isopods do you have, right?
I have dwarf purples and dwarf whites. But they're all used, so I need to get some more. My buddy Chris started it's called the Isopod Company. It's off a bunch of spring last weekend. Yeah, I think it was last weekend he dropped them all off.
Yeah, because then we made a video.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see what kind of isopods he's got, and I'm gonna start culturing those as well. I thought I had a lot more, but apparently I don't.
I want to go to Wisconsin. Can someone take me?
No way.
Why?
I watched Making a Murderer. I don't want to go nowhere near Wisconsin.
Oh my god, he's not even there, probably. It's just a show. Because James said my wife would love to go to Wisconsin. Matt said, oh man, why would she want to come here? And then...
I'm staying away from Manitowoc County.
And then James said cheese. She loves cheese.
Oh,
Wisconsin
who
cheese.
doesn't love cheese? What? It's the cheese capital of the world. Green Bay Packers, cheeseheads. Come on.
Huh?
Oh man, kid, you have so much to learn.
And Sarah said, okay, we have a few. We got a few.
What kind you got, Sarah? I need more isopods. What?
Matt said, we had some crazy serial killers, LOL. Wait, when it says serial killers, why doesn't it actually say have a C?
Because it's a different type, like a serial number. Serial killer. Only the food cereal is spelled with a C. See what I did there?
Ha ha. You're so funny.
I know.
Matt said, I love cheese, but I'll get it shipped to me. Laughing face.
Right.
James said, that's fine. Shill. Yeah, I don't know the apostrophe or anything. She'll love to do that research on that, LOL. She loves shows that talk about that. Making a Murder?
Yeah, it was a good show.
I know, Stephen Avery and everything.
Stephen Avery.
Sarah said we got diary purples, white, and orange.
Oh, you got the orange too?
I don't know.
Nice.
Matt said Ed Jean was my grandma's neighbor. I'm sure she chomped on some people's burgers at some point.
Oh man. As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters, right?
Matt said, oh, come on, guys. It's not that bad here. Laughing face. And then James said, I love snow. I hate snow half the time.
Yeah,
Like, it's fun to, like, play in. But, like, when it's way too much and you have to, like, walk home in it. Ugh.
I was eating Chinese food earlier. I was like, man, this does not taste like chicken. It's got to be something else. And I was telling myself, I'm like, you know what? I don't care what it is, as long as it tastes good. But you can just tell, just from the texture from the Chinese food, it's not chicken.
It's not.
Like, just tell me it's horse meat or hat. I don't care. Just make it taste good and I'll be happy. What else can I rehouse?
Matt said no, there's not enough room in Wisconsin for the two of us. Oh my god. And then the other Matt said, LOL, and then Sarah said, yep. I would say, who's that on the floor? Where's the dog? James said, snow means snowboarding on a mountain in a nice, quiet, peaceful world. And I agree, Ray. Sarah said, I send you a couple in the box. Just let me know what kind you want. Okay?
Sarah, I'll take the kind you always send me. Whatever you put in the box.
It's cat or rat. Ew. Thank God I don't eat that. I don't eat crab rangoons, egg rolls.
Just imagine what they put in your sushi.
Fish.
So you think?
It is fish.
Uh-huh.
It's crab, fish, whatever they else want to put in it to make sushi.
Right.
Eel, octopus. How much are ice swim?
Isopods?
Oh, let's just say, oh.
Isopods usually aren't expensive. It's finding them is the problem. Like a lot of the expos, there's usually one person that sells them, and they usually never bring enough, and they run out really quick.
James said he needs isopods bad. Ray, you got isopods? Send something.
I don't have enough. Once I start culturing them, I can do that. That's not a problem.
What is that?
This is the... No, it's already rehoused. This is the P. Macala.
P. Macala.
That currently molted.
I can't find wild roly-polies. Do those count? Oh, I can find.
So that's definitely gotten some size to it.
You can find. Oh wait, I'm trying to tell you who the other person is. Matt said I can find wild roly-polies. Do those count?
I've thought about, going outside and collecting some and just making a culture of them, putting a bunch in a tank, and just seeing what happens and testing them out. I don't think it would be any different for larger tarantulas. I wouldn't stick them in with smaller tarantulas because the ones outside are, they got more size to them.
Sarah said if it's the red meat, it's normally rat or cats. Matt said, I figured my tarantulas would eat them too. Oh, them though. James said, love that species. I need one. What species?
Pamphilus Macala.
Excuse me? The Pamphilus Macala? Did I say that right?
Pamphobedius.
I said Pamphobedius.
Pamphobedius.
Bedius.
Macala.
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 Mm-hmm.
That said, so the ones we buy online are smaller species?
They're dwarf species. Almost all the ones they sell online are dwarf species. They got powder blues, they got purples, they got
Oh, what's powder
orange.
blue?
Dude, there's so many different species of isopods, it's crazy. My buddy Drew, who I gotta go meet up with, I'm gonna trade him 2 of my Gramistola rosea red color form slings for a couple Salmopoeis arminia that he produced. He wants the red color form roseas. They're not easy to come by anymore. Nobody's breeding them. So that's why I have 17 left. So I'm going to trade him 2. So that still leaves me 15. And I'm going to keep them and grow them all out. And then hopefully they mature before I die. And I'll breed them. Try to bring them back. There's been a real decrease in those since Chile shut down exportation.
I got in. I feel like we've seen this one before. What is it?
Do what?
Matt. I got in.
Erminia. That's the word you couldn't say last time.
No, I'm like, I feel like we've seen this one before. Erminia today.
Erminia. How big's the Erminia you got?
Said our Erminia is in her molt.
Pre-molt.
Oh, right. Pre-molt.
I had an adult female Salmopoeis Erminia, and then I got a mature male Salmopoeis Erminia from I gotta go see. And I put them on the top shelf in my tarantula room, like all the way on top of everything. Keeping them out of the way. Thinking I was doing something good, keeping them up there away from everything else. And my heater broke and got stuck on and heated up the tarantula room and cooked them. What? So I went to go check on them and they were both dead, stuck in a corner. And that kind of pissed me off because I was getting ready to pair them.
Who? What happened?
My Erminia. So in case you guys don't know how to sex a molt.
Who's that?
This is a Pamphobedius macala. This is
this what?
deli cup. Fill it up a little bit like that, and then drop like 2 or 3 drops of dish soap in there, and just put your.
You just literally threw that in there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just like set it down there.
What do you need to do that for? And you just set it in there.
And it sinks.
It doesn't sink.
Oh, it's floating.
But the dish soap allows the water to break the surface tension of the exoskeleton of the tarantula, because if it's just water, it really doesn't do anything, because all the setae on the tarantula, it's like almost water resistant, so the water by itself can't break it, and it really won't do anything. So the dish soap helps to get through that barrier. Oh, I guess you'd call it a barrier, something like that, and allows it to absorb the water, and it'll free it up a little bit. Don't know if I'll be able to sex it at this size.
You know, you can get
we shall see.
the blue powder isopods on eBay for $18.
How many?
I don't know.
We're going to see.
$9.
For 9 of them? 25 count full.
Oh.
Yeah, I was definitely upset about that, Matt. The Erminia, it's another one that's on my top favorites. Just that dark black color with the orange stripes on the legs. There's something about it, man.
You can get it by my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
What it says, get it by Friday, March 1st from St.
Yeah, so
Charles, Missouri.
I was really upset about that. What's wrong with you?
A lot of things.
Oh, no. Grab me, I'll grab it.
Yeah, you know it. I don't have anything else better to do. Then wait, like basically 4 days into my birthday. It's gonna take forever because I gotta get through Monday. And then I gotta get through Tuesday. And then I gotta get through Wednesday. And then I'll be happy on Thursday because tomorrow's gonna be my birthday.
Alright.
And then Friday I'm gonna be extra happy because that day's my birthday. And I'm gonna be a teenager. Actually, I won't be a teenager yet until 6 something. So yeah. This week's gonna go by slow for some reason. I feel like it. But starting tomorrow, I got 5 days.
Yay.
Don't act like that. You know you're happy.
Yay.
Sarah said, "Why buy any, Ray?"
Oh, I'm not gonna buy any.
I was
She was
looking
just
at 'em.
she wanted to see what the powder blues look like.
Yeah. Whoa. That's like a light blue. That's cool.
That's why it's called powder blue.
Oh, these ones are out of stock though. Roly polies.
What are you guys up to tonight, Sarah?
Ooh.
Alright, so let's see if we can pull this out. See, this is the hard part. Trying to.
There's purple ones too.
Were you not listening to anything I said?
Nope. Ooh, that's a nice purple one.
I found these floss sticks work really good with the point. I'm trying to do
Bathroom.
these.
What are you talking about? Of isopods? That's what Sarah said.
Or what?
What you mean, Sarah? He doesn't know either.
I can't read the comments. So.
No, because it said, "Why buy any, Ray?" And I guess, he said, "No, just looking at them," and then said, "What are you guys doing this week?" And then Sarah said, isopods. And then she just said, "Been waiting around for our buddy to come over."
Nice.
What time is it there?
They're in the same time zone as us.
Okay, never mind, don't answer that. It's 10:26.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get this one.
Why?
Because most of it's destroyed and it's all twisted up.
Darn it, just wait until next month.
Yeah, I don't got much of a choice.
How bright that is. And then you have these ones down here that got that little like glossy there. Matt said they used to help keep enclosures clean. Sarah will break down face of pieces.
Yeah, she's a bunch of isopods.
Okay, see you I guess in a moment. I don't know.
I think she was saying, why would I buy them when she's got some she's gonna send me?
Oh,
Oh, what?
they break everything. Who breaks everything? I think they're talking about ice pods still. Whoa, I just saw that move and it looks like from a horror movie.
What, all the webbing?
Yeah. That's what I was looking at today. And I was laying on the couch. What literally what I was looking at. Like 3 horror movies to watch. I was bored. And then I fell asleep. Till 4 o'clock. I need some ink therapy badly.
You and me both.
So does some.
I'm waiting for my tarantula stuff to be done. This Harpacteria poker piece that I'm actually having my tattoo drawn up of a Harpacteria poker piece.
There's a purple leopard gecko isopod. Huh? So cool.
Hoping this one's
There's
female.
a zebra one. Oh.
Mhm.
There said Isopod even to
Yep. That's why it's always best if you can. Obviously, you can't know all the time. It's always best for if you know a tarantula's getting ready to molt or something, take them out of the enclosure. Because if it takes them a lot of tarantulas they don't take too long to molt, but there's some that take a long time. And not saying that it will, but if there's nothing for the isopods to eat, they could try to eat the molting tarantula. Not saying that it will, but it's always a possibility. So that's why you always try to keep them fed. Make sure there's leaf litter, stuff to break down. Put a grain of rice in there. Let that mold over. Give them something to eat.
There's a leopard.
Leopard. P-O. Which one of those weird ones?
I was gonna say there's no leopard baby. What?
Oh, we're reminded.
So, Jaguar.
This Chromatopelma kind of pubescens always wants to eat, so.
Leopard. Get. Go. I love leopard geckos. They're like my best friends. There's a
Boom.
raptor. Okay. Oh, there's a fancy leopard gecko. Right?
Uh-huh.
There's a fancy one.
Fancy leopard gecko. It eats tea and crumpets with the queen.
Probably, I don't know.
Maybe.
There's a blue blood too. Oh. What's that?
Yeah, there's all kinds of morphs.
What's he eating?
Oh, is that what he's doing? Is he coming over to give you some ink therapy?
Oh, that's just his tongue. I'm like, ugh. I'm gonna choose his tongue. Oh, I like the baby. Oh.
Alright, Matt, take it easy. Thanks for stopping in, man.
Bye.
Good luck with getting them unstuck out of the driveway.
Look at its tongue. Tongues are big. Look at his eyelids are blue.
I love the blue. In other news, both of the avicularia females have stopped eating, so hopefully they will hopefully drop a sack soon. Fingers crossed with that. Hey man, you never know. Better watch out with that Wisconsin stuff. Might be Manitowoc County trying to pin something on you.
Hey, get his tails off.
What are you getting tonight, you know? The Green Bottle Happy Dance.
Green Bottle Happy Dance, what? Oh.
After they eat their food, they web it up in a circle.
Why?
So it doesn't go nowhere. You wouldn't want to be eating your food and it ran across the plate, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes my steak tries to do that.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because it still moves.
Because you like it raw.
That's the best way to have it.
Oh, it's not.
The deliciousness of all the flavor.
What has got? Oh, Matt said, I'm not gonna to hear anything for a few minutes. About to go look at my tarantulas. LOL, but I'll be here when I'm done.
I'll be right here. Yeah, sir. You know what you're getting tattooed yet or no?
Me. She got a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she said that.
In therapy, fool.
Oh.
Let's see if the Brachypelma hamori wants to eat.
There's such things called the velvet ant.
Velvet ant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing says how to microwave grapes makes
Yeah,
plasma.
don't do that because if you put a grape in a microwave, it'll catch on fire.
I feel like I've seen you done that before.
Yeah, it's because I have.
You have?
Yeah.
There's I'm doing my stitches tonight. What do you need stitches for? What should I need stitches for? Sarah, what'd you do?
Tattoo, right?
Oh. Well, what you saying stitches? I meant like... I don't even know anymore. I give up.
Mrs. Angeles.
The truth about Lance Stewart and Lizzie Worst / the guy who stole the Rolex. I got my voices going down now. No, just do it.
No.
No. Ew.
How do you like that for some water pouring?
Huh?
Come on, babe. Oh, she started to dig a little tunnel over here. Hungry?
Whoa. What kind of shark is that? Rosie the Shark, the final journey to Crystal World. Cartoon Leo and Stitch. Oh! I thought you meant like stitches or something. I don't know where my mind is right now. I didn't have a lot of sleep last night. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. Oh, it's Drake and Josh.
I have King Julian on my leg. It is me, King Julian. Bring me scissors and hunting.
Edward Tyndall, 60 views.
What are you talking about?
Family Guy's Life. I watch Family Guy. I need headphones.
No,
Why?
as I said.
Headphones all over the time. It'll be fine. We'll watch Family
I
Guy.
said no. Alright, so we're going to put her away. She got the cricket.
You will cut your nose.
You don't get any.
Yeah, I do. Pretty sure I have way more than what you have right now.
Right here.
Yep. I'm with 100 something. Notifications for you because I haven't looked at. Maybe more. I don't know.
Let's see if this fatty wants to eat. These damn crickets keep jumping away. Can't tell where this camera is at because the one on the camera froze. So it's like, where am I at? It's kind of annoying. Pick up some more large crickets tomorrow. So what's everybody else up to tonight? Sarah's getting tattooed. What's everybody else doing?
Watching. You should ask me if it's clear.
Can't tell.
Wait. Oh, that circle.
Do you want?
I thought a circle.
I don't know.
Your camera's frozen now.
Been frozen. First I said I can't tell what I'm doing.
But they can see. Wasn't that like from your first or second one that you did?
Huh?
Isn't that from your first or second one that you've done? It says that there's 7 people watching, even though there's 2 people
That's
watching.
frozen.